agreed that it brought peace.
So, guys, we're starting a new campaign in Mountain Blade Bannerlord War Sales. In this campaign, we'll focus on the Nords, and it will be our main. Uh, so we will be born, and it will be our main character's culture. And just so you will know, we'll try to play a bit more lore-like. So I will try to tell you a story about Ilyar Stormhelm. He was not raised to inherit land or crown. He was forged by loss, discipline, and the relentless pull of war. His clan was once a minor coastal house, traders, sailors, and mercenaries, until they were betrayed during a campaign meant to secure their future. Their longships burnt and anchor. Their banners fell into the sea. Ilyar survived, taken in by veteran warriors and hardened by years of raiding, boarding actions, and shield wall combat. He learned early that power doesn't come from birthright, but from resolve. Where others chased glory, Ilyar studied patterns, routes, alliances, weaknesses. He learned when to strike, when to wait, and when to let enemies destroy themselves. Now, as war spreads across Calradia and the seas become battlefields once more, Ilyar returns, not as a refugee, but as a force. So that's small story about Ilyar. So we're going to play on the maximum difficulty, and we'll see where it will bring us. So difficulty Bannerlord, Person Death, Battle Death for all heroes. Okay. So let's start the game. We're going to play with one mod.
Brother, it's
Is it
been
better
3
time
days
one?
now we've been tracking those bastards. I think this looks like an old training field for the legions. Perhaps we can spare some time and brush up. Are you sure about that? All right then. Let us split up and look for the little one separately. I'll send you one of our things.
Listen, you lot, I'm in a bit of a hurry. If I give you a penny each, will you stop pestering me,
You're Gunner of Lagshofen, aren't ye? We got a message from the Sea Hounds for you.
You've got a message from those curs. Out with it, then. What's your message?
The message? The message is that you will die, you damn fool.
And how should I die, then? Of old age? While you three work up the courage to attack a wizened greybeard? Go on. You've delivered your message. Now scamper off.
We'll send you down to the Pale One's hungry halls. Right now. Kill him, boys!
By my blood. Damn, that hurts. Ugh. I think I'm all right, though. Thank you. I am Gunnar of Lagshofen, from the Nordvig lands. I've come to this port seeking warriors and a ship. These men we fought were allies of a pirate gang who called themselves the Sea Hounds. They have been raiding and slaving along the Nordvig's shores. And I intend to go to war with them. The Sea Hounds and I have history, and nowadays they hate my guts as fiercely as I hate theirs. Somebody must have sent word of my whereabouts to their local friends, as these lowlifes had a mind to do me in. Again, you have my thanks for evening the odds. I know what it's like to lose family to slavers. If you're still searching, look to the Sea Hounds. They've got their hands in most of the slaving that happens along these coasts. It's hard to believe now, but they were once my brothers in arms. Years ago we fought side by side in the last great rebellion in the north. Most of the clans and many freemen like myself refused to bow to Volbjörn the Usurper, as he was then called. But Volbjörn knew how to speak to men's desires. He won over the bigger clans with promises of land and silver. And when summer came and he brought a fleet to give us battle, he had with him so many longships that their sails covered the horizon. We still fought them, of course, but their numbers were too many to beat. They dishonor what we fought for. I'm no stranger to battle. I'll kill when I must, but they murder for pleasure, thinking the All-Father rewards bloodthirst. He wants warriors, not hounds. I mean to gather up some of my kin and friends to go against the Sea Hounds. Just a few days ago, I ran into an old comrade of mine here in Ostikan. He is called Purig, and he happens to own a fast ship. He promised to help me capture a Sea Hound ship and put together a crew. So, I'm going to make you a proposal. Perhaps you'd like to come with us. I can't guarantee we'll find your kin, but I can promise a good fight. And if we win, a bit of fine loot. And, well, if you'd ever had an interest in learning how to handle a ship, you won't find any better school than these northern seas. You can find Purig in the tavern and introduce yourself. I should go get myself cleaned up and get ready to travel.
Aye? So, who are you then? Oh, a fight, you say? Gunnar and you won, huh? He's alive? Well, good for you two. Gunnar is a tough old goat and rather hard to kill. I shall have to ask him about it when I get the chance, so... Yes, I agreed to help him in his little feud with the Sea Hounds. For old time's sake. I've got my ship and men ready to sail. If you're indeed of a mind to go with us, I'm happy to take you. But I've only got room for you. So if you've got any traveling companions, you'll need to leave them in this port. I'm sure you'll be back soon to rejoin them, safe and sound. I did. We started out as young men with nothing but our swords, our sweet mistress to see, whispering promises of wealth and glory in our ears. We served no kings and had no lords, and those were fine times. Now, Gunnar says they're even worse than the king and the jarls we fought, preying upon the farmers and the fishermen of the coast. There's no honor in attacking the weak, he told me so many times. And he's right, of course, but it's just so much easier to take their wealth. Come down to the ship with me then. Wind and tide are with us, and I won't tarry long.
My brothers, I hope this letter finds you well. I told you that I might soon ask you to join me in Ostikan. That time has now come. Let me tell you what has befallen me since we last parted. I have been trying to gather warriors here to help us fight the Sea Hounds. I was lucky to find one very capable and brave soul who came to my help when they ambushed me in an alley. This warrior has a sister who was enslaved along this coast and agreed to join me in my hunt, in the hope of learning more about her whereabouts. I had planned to sail out of Ostikan with our old comrade, Purig. I considered myself very fortunate to have found him. Here was a warrior with a ship who shared my hatred of the Sea Hounds, ready to sail with me. But I had misjudged him. He was instead the lowest form of traitor, a man whose feigned camaraderie concealed a contempt for all that we value. The first night on the open sea, we were woken up by Purig's men holding knives to our throats. Purig had struck a deal with the Sea Hounds, and he intended to hand me over to them to be tortured and killed. He was always ambitious and seemed eager to win favor with what he imagined to be a new power in the north. "I am sorry, old friend," he said, "but the Sea Hounds are strong and rich, and I think you always wanted to die spitting defiance at your foes." This was the last he spoke to me. His men chained us to the oars. The sea was calm and the weather hot. They made us row hard, and we suffered greatly as we cruised the coast looking for merchantmen. Presumably Purig wished to appear before the Sea Hounds with a prize or two in his hands to make more of an impression. In this way, his plan was undone by his greed. On the third day, we came across a stubby trading Knar and gave chase. As we closed, the Knar's crew first started to dump their cargo and then their own selves, as the pirates were shooting them with their bows. Eventually, we caught the Knar. Purig sent us as oar slaves to his prize, alongside some crew who hadn't jumped, with some pirates to guard us as he gathered up all the floating cargo. That was a mistake. His men found some casks of wine aboard the Knar and failed to chain us properly. Purig's Nekja by then was some distance away, and we realized that if we wanted to end our miserable ordeal, we'd never get a better opportunity. "Your chain is loose. It's now or never. Get up and strike them down." "Your chain is loose. It's now or never. Get up and strike them down." Well done. Now, help us get these chains off, huh? Well done. That's twice now you've gotten me out of a bad spot. Can you see those poor lads thrashing in the water over there? Right. Now, let's slow down so they can climb aboard. There's two more of them over there. Let's go fish them out.
Okay, so that's tutorial for sailing. That's my first time playing this. And Ilyar is learning how to actually play.
Right. Now, let's slow down so they can climb aboard.
Mhm. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Heaven be praised. We thought we'd escape the arrows, only to be drowned by the waves. Heaven protect us all.
Think nothing of it, lads. You've done the same for us, one sailor for another. So look, lads. Urig is still around, but I suspect he's overladen and undermanned. I doubt he can find us before nightfall, which is good because I don't think we can outfight him. By my reckoning, we're still not far from Ostikon. So, row, my boys, for Ostikon and safety. Well, I sent off my letter, and I spoke to some men from my homeland who have just arrived. They are sick of Sea Hound raids and ready to join us in our hunt. I'm afraid we cannot take your own companions, however. There's not enough room on the ship, and my men aren't willing to trust their lives to any other vessel in these northern seas. I recommend you make ready to sail again soon, but we have a bit of time. The ones with us now are farmers from the island of Bannerlord, near my village at Laxhoven. They are good men and well motivated. That coast has suffered greatly at the hands of the Sea Hounds, but they are not warriors who live for battle. The letter, though, was addressed to one of my very old friends, Bjolgur of Agelting. When he left the rebellion, he chose neither peace nor banditry. He chose instead to join the Skolderbruda, the Shield Brothers. Rather than fight for a king, he said he would fight for whoever pays him. A king may turn out to be unworthy of his warrior's valor, but gold is never unworthy. I recommend you make ready to sail again soon. But we have a bit of time. I suppose I have time for an old war story. As I told you, we fought together against old King Volbjorn. Many of us were from Bannerlord and other parts of the Nordvig, where even the Jarls tread lightly. A man who called himself our king. Well, we weren't having any of that. We didn't call ourselves the Sea Hounds back then, but we flew the Dog's Head banner to show our loyalty to each other and to our cause. We fought, but we lost in a great battle in Valvik Bay. I and 100 other captives were led before Volbjorn, and the king ordered his men to take our heads. A dozen or so were killed before me, so I had time to think up something to say. As they held me down to receive the blow, I told Volbjorn that it was a good thing I'd eaten not long ago, so I could let him know directly from the High Hall what sort of feast they'd prepared for him there. I thought he'd order me cut open or flayed. But instead, Volbjorn laughed and told me that he liked my metal. He'd spare my life and the lives of the rest of my comrades, so long as I swore an oath not to take up arms against him again. Volbjorn had made his point with a dozen headless bodies at his feet, and men paying the land tax or serving in his armies were of more value to him than corpses. If I swore, 100 of my comrades could return to their families. So, I swore. Some of our number never showed up at the battle, however. I can imagine how it went for them after that. Mocked in taverns or in scraps of songs sung by children. The North is not forgiving of those who throw away their good name. Their old life where they were feared rather than scorned must have seemed much sweeter in comparison. And of course they conceived a great resentment against those of us who faced death and showed them up as cowards. These are the ones who became the Sea Hounds, who aimed to steal the wealth and glory that they failed to win in battle. I do not know for sure. If I had ever knowingly given him insult, I never would have sailed on his ship. A true warrior to my mind knows his own mettle. He does not need others to remind him of his honor. He knows that sometimes in war you suffer bad luck. Your ship arrived late. You were carried away in the rush of a rout. You were defeated by a king with forces far greater than your own. Other men, on the other hand, crave glory. They must hear the cheers of townsfolk and wear gilded armor given to them by kings. They must be envied by other men, and if they aren't, they may hear a little voice in their head telling them that they can steal this glory, that they can slay the weak and take their wealth and buy the respect that they crave. That voice spoke to Purig. He gave into it, and it twisted his heart into something truly dark. He is a husk of a man filled only with ambition and wounded pride, all concealed beneath a fair face and a friendly laugh. I recommend you make ready to sail again soon. Well, I do not think we will have to go very far to start our hunt. A pair of ships have been patrolling off our coast, robbing passing fishermen. And I'd wager one of my eyes to a bale of herring that they're sea hounds. They scatter like minnows whenever a real warship sets out, but I think that my men's little vessel will be prey much to their liking. Right. They must think we're just a fishing vessel. All right now, boys. Let's show them that their prey has teeth of its own. Get us close so we can board. Lines are holding! At them, lads! That's one sea hound defeated, but the other can't be too far away. We've captured a second ship, though. It's a Snekya. It should be quick and nimble. How about you cross over and take the helm? I'll keep command of our old Knar. Splendid! Let's go chase down that second sea hound. I think I see them. Untie our ships and let's have at it. I'll let you decide how to fight this one. Maneuver a bit, or just go straight at them. Strike hard, boys! Finish them!
Soldier troops! Soldier troops! Soldier troops! Soldiers! Attack! Or die!
Hey bro, is the game available on iOS? I don't think so. It's distributed via Steam, I guess. That's I guess the only way. I mean,
with his ship in Varcheg a month ago. They told me we'd be trading grain and ivory across the Bialik. I didn't know we'd be attacking honest folk like yourselves. Listen, these sea hounds are trolls and demons, not men. I want no part of this anymore. Spare me, and I promise I'll go back to my old life. We purchased some slaves from some bandits in Ostakan. We were planning on selling them onward to another buyer further south along the coast. Perhaps your sister was one of them? Will you spare me?
Are you really a farmer now? Calluses such as those on your hands are made by oars, not plows. And I see a scar on your sword arm that doesn't look like it came from the kick of a mule. Indeed, I might even recall your name. Ralgar Eelnose, is it not?
Gunnar of Lagshofen. 3 of your old shipmates have we visited Walraven. 1 died well. The others... It's said that your people are mean and stingy hosts. But those 2 gave us some fine entertainment. As for you, friend of Gunnar, I told you where to seek your sister. Best rescue her quick, or she may take a liking to one of our brave lads and give you a litter of sea puppies. So there you have it. I fulfilled my end of the bargain. Put me ashore.
Ah, greetings. Listen, when we sailed with Purig, I was hoping that he would help me fight the Sea Hounds near Valvik. His betrayal, of course, has cost us time, but I think that plan is still a good one. The captive we took, Hralgar, said that the Sea Hounds expect to find rich pickings near Vineland. I think I know what he's talking about. Every year, a Vlandian merchant ship travels to the far north bearing hunters and other fortune seekers. It should be returning south around this time. These men have spent the last month gathering walrus ivory, fur and whale oil, all of which are quite valuable in the Southlands. Such a prize would be a great boon to the Sea Hounds. I propose that we deny it to them. We can sail to Valvik, meet this merchant, and escort them south, sinking or taking any Sea Hounds we encounter. Our longship is ready. If you can join me, then we should set out as soon as you are ready. One thing, it is hard to resupply at sea. So do make sure we have plenty of supplies with us to go to Valvik and back. 20 loads of grain and meat, or the equivalent, should be sufficient for our voyage. Ah, very well.
They changed UI a bit. It looks a bit smoother. Like, really cool. Mm-hmm.
Are we ready to...
Ahoy! Who are you? And what's your purpose? If that's the case, then we're glad to have you around. Back in Hjalvik port, we heard rumors of these pirates, and we were none too pleased that we had to venture out alone like this. Tell me then, are you asking anything for your services? Very well. Should we arrive safely, we will happily show our gratitude with a contribution to your cause. The wind is brisk, and the waves are choppy, so try not to venture too far away. May the heavens protect us from pirates and the perils of the sea. Ahoy!
We've got ourselves a victory.
Ahoy! Ha! It's good to have you with us. We've seen sails, and I reckon that there are still pirates about.
It's two of them giving chase. We'll have to take one down quickly, and hope the Vlandians can hold the other off until we reach them. Cut them down! Ah! That's the end of them! Now, about the other one. Are about to be overtaken and boarded. They're boarding the Vlandians.
Oh, thanks the heavens. And thank you.
Ha!
Those sea hound
That's the
vessels would
last
have
of them.
torn us to pieces. You came just in time. We would still wish to show you our gratitude. I took a collection among the men whose lives you saved today. We wish to offer you a barrel of oil and a bundle of ivory. These are the rewards of our labor over the past months. But they would mean nothing to us if our ship was seized by pirates.
Word spread fast among sailors. We seem to have made a bit of a name for ourselves with that victory off of Valvik. I have someone for you to meet.
So, you are the captain who trashed those so-called sea hounds up north. I have a proposal that I hope would be of interest to a man such as you. I am Lahar, of Kuyaz on the Jade Sea. I am here because one of the great families of our city has been having some troubles. The head of one branch, the Lady Fakta, has quarreled over her inheritance with her uncles. The elders of the town backed the uncles, so she took to the sea with her retainers and vowed to ravage their shipping. The lady is good at her craft. Fakta has been sailing since she was a child. She always wears a sailor's cap, and underneath she is as bold as an egg. She persuaded her late father to take her to sea, so the story goes, by cutting off all of her long, shining hair, lest it catch in the rigging. She has taken several Kuyazi ships, and I would be reluctant to fight her alone. The Lady Fakta has reportedly joined up with these sea hounds, as pirates often band together. She has been prowling about the Gulf of Charas, taking Kuyazi vessels. You wish to continue hunting sea hounds, do you not? Those would be good waters in which to hunt, and if you are going there, I would like to come with you and lend my assistance.
Father also traffics in captives with the Sea Hounds. She may have bought or held your sister at some point. Or if not, at least she may be able to tell us more about the Sea Hounds' trade in slaves.
I have my loyal crew and the Swiftly Burna outfitted with a ram, which I think you might put to good purpose. It would be especially useful if we encounter any slow but powerful ships that would be costly to take by boarding.
Can I tell Lahar that we are...
Soldiers! Infantry! Troops! Infantry! Stay close! Infantry! Troops! Soldiers! Soldiers!
Infantry! Follow me! Troops! Infantry! Charge! Infantry! Soldiers!
It looks like her ship took a lot of damage. Her crew must not have furled the sails properly before the winds hit. And now she's just limping along. Sink her! Well done. Give her another one for luck. Good. You dealt her ship a mortal wound. It's going down. Now, finish off its consorts.
Soldiers! Follow me! Give them the troops! Soldier! Troops!
you done? Do you know who I am? I have allies who will unthread your entrails from your guts and hang you with them from your own yard arm. I am queen of these waters, you fools. And those who practice piracy here without my permission end up chum to attract the sharks.
My lady, I am not a pirate. Rather, I am a man who has done many services for families such as your own in Kuyaz. At present, I am working for your uncles. I do not know what they intend to do with you, although I do not expect that a town that lives on trade will deal leniently with piracy. Before we sail, however, I would like you to have a chat with my friend here. He wishes to know more about the Sea Hounds. He is seeking his sister, whom they have taken captive.
So, you are on contract to deliver me alive to Kuyaz, are you? I can tell you this then. My lineage goes back to the founding of that city. And if you spill so much as a drop of my blood, your own shall be drained from your body like that of a horsefish. As for the Sea Hounds, they are my allies and servants, and I shall not betray them to you. How much are my uncles paying you anyway? I have a chest of silver set aside for occasions such as this, and I suspect I could pay you more than they will. They are stingy men. How much are my uncles paying you anyway? I have a chest of silver set aside for occasions such as this, and I suspect I could pay you more than they will. They are stingy men. Are you threatening me? You won't get a single coin from my uncles if you harm me.
Unlike Lahar here, we have not shed our blood today merely for a part share of a ransom, or to boost our standing with the merchants of Kuyaz. You are an ally of the Sea Hounds, and it serves us well to make an example of you. Your life is forfeit unless you tell us something we can use.
How do I know that telling you about the Sea Hounds will save my life?
Purig, a leader among the Sea Hounds? I'll speak straight here. It gnaws at my gut to hear that he is prospering from his treachery.
He acts as though the Sea Hounds have already crowned him their king. He demanded that I hunt for captives here in the south and sell them to him, promising to pay me with a huge store of silver that some new partners of his, a vile-looking gang of Vlandian pirates, hope to steal from the merchants of Omor.
We should get more information on this Omor silver. If we can stop these Vlandians, it would deal a great blow to Purig. And we could possibly find out more about this northern anchorage, his captives, and maybe your sister.
So, that information is worth something to you, is it not? If we add in that ransom I mentioned, is it enough to buy my life and my freedom?
You know my preference, my friend. If I bring her back to Kuyaz, I will ensure that you get some of the credit. But perhaps you prefer good cold silver to goodwill. I accept your decision. Very well then.
So, I have been making inquiries into what Fada told us about these Vlandian pirates in Purig's employ and their plan to steal the Sturgian silver. Several large warships have been sighted patrolling near Omor. I suspect that these are the Vlandians. Omor is linked to the Bialik Sea by a wide estuary. It would be easy for the pirates to sit there like spiders in a web and wait until the Sturgians despair of losing all their commerce and try to run the blockade. Then the Vlandians will snap up the ships and their treasure. I'm sure Puri could wreak a great deal of wickedness with his silver in his hands. And I would very much like to foil this plan of his.
Welcome to Omor, friend. Is that grizzled fellow with you, coming up now? Is that my old comrade, Gunnar of Lagshofen? A bit grayer than I remember from the days when we stood together in the shield wall, facing Volbjorn's host. But, well, aren't we all? We received his letter a while back, about your run-in with Purig. Ha! That worm must have cursed like an old woman when he learned that his captives stole his ship. You two are making quite a name for yourselves.
Bjolgur of Gokstal. Well met. Are the Skoldebruda working for the merchants of Omor now?
Not yet. As you know, our brotherhood does not fight before it's paid. See, the Omor merchants promised us a hoard of silver to protect their ships from the Sea Hounds, but it never arrived. I was sent down to learn what was going on, and I find the silver just sitting here, loaded onto a ship in the harbor, and the Sturgians are burning through it, paying their men double wages not to run off. Some Vlandian pirates were sighted in the estuary, and the Sturgians refused to venture out. Much as I would like to simply sail forth and bathe my sword in Sea Hound blood, my brotherhood has commanded me to do my best to ensure that the silver gets through safely. Listen, I've been watching these Vlandian blockaders and mulling over a plan. Their flagship has a lofty deck, and it would be hard to board, but it doesn't seem very maneuverable. I think we can hit them with a trick that can be deadly in estuaries. We will be upstream of them. I'll have the merchants here donate some leaky old vessel that they are about to scrap. We load it up with oil and pitch. Then we steer it towards the pirates, throw a torch in the hull, and jump.
Good. Very good. With luck, the current shall carry it right into them, and they shall all merrily blaze up like a bonfire at a midwinter feast. The silver ship will make for the open sea, while the rest of us can have it out with any surviving sea hounds.
Listen though, we need someone to steer the fire ship. I'd do it myself, but my order wants me to stay close to the silver. I'd found a few volunteers who've offered to do it, but they keep sobering up.
Once we get within range, their ballista will pelt us with fiery missiles. Avoid them. Even if they just hit the water, the flames will keep burning and can spread to our hull. When we get close, I will set fire to our ship and then we swim to shore. Our ship is ablaze. Get ready to jump. Jump now! You want your brakes to catch fire? Once we get within range, their ballista will pelt us with fiery missiles. Avoid them. Even if they just hit the water, the flames will keep burning and can spread to our
Okay,
hull.
this quest is weird.
When we get close, I will set fire to our ship and then we swim to shore. Our ship is ablaze. Get ready to jump. Jump now! You want your brakes to catch fire?
Uh-huh. Okay, so I need
Once
to
we
jump
get within range,
earlier.
their ballista will pelt us with fiery missiles. Avoid them. Even if they just hit the water, the flames will keep burning and can spread to our hull. When we get close, I will set fire to our ship and then we swim to shore. Our ship is ablaze. Get ready to jump. Jump now! You want your brakes to catch fire? Head for shore. There are a pair of horses waiting for us. We must ride quickly back to the Sturgians before the Sea Hounds can reorganize the blockade. There may be some hound patrols about. Keep a wary eye.
Yeah, this doesn't look like a place where you can get ambushed. Clearly.
Once we get within range, their ballista will pelt us with fiery missiles. Avoid them. Even if they just hit the water, the flames will keep burning and can spread to our hull. When we get close, I will set fire to our ship and then we swim to shore. Our ship is ablaze. Get ready to jump. Jump now! You want your brakes to catch fire? Head for shore. There are a pair of horses waiting for us. We must ride quickly back to the Sturgians before the Sea Hounds can reorganize the blockade. Once we get within range, their ballista will pelt us with fiery missiles. Avoid them. Even if they just hit the water, the flames will keep burning and can spread to our hull. When we get close, I will set fire to our ship and then we swim to shore. Our ship is ablaze. Get ready to jump. Jump now! You want your brakes to catch fire? Head for shore. There are a pair of horses waiting for us. We must ride quickly back to the Sturgians before the Sea Hounds can reorganize the blockade. Once we get within range, their ballista will pelt us with fiery missiles. Avoid them. Even if they just hit the water, the flames will keep burning and can spread to our hull. When we get close, I will set fire to our ship and then we swim to shore. Our ship is ablaze. Get ready to jump. Jump now! You want your brakes to catch fire. Head for shore. There are a pair of horses waiting for us. We must ride quickly back to the Sturgians before the Sea Hounds can reorganize the blockade.
You are dead! I'll tear your limbs!
Time to get back aboard! Get on the ship!
So, you did well with that fire ship. The silver is on its way to my order, and that bastard Purig will no doubt be much discomfited. You helped me out there, so let me see if I can now help you. Just before I set sail for Omor, my brothers and I had a visitor, a merchant named Salutas Cruzas, who said he was acting as ambassador for Purig. He wanted us to break our contract with Omor and ally with the Sea Hounds instead. He offered a great deal of money, too, and more. We could share in Purig's grand plan of conquest. My friend, here's the detail that would interest you. In addition to all the other delights that Cruzas dangled before us, he also offered to build us ships. Purig was going to construct them in some northern anchorage called Angrenfjord, where he had brought a large number of captives to work in a shipyard.
This must be the slave colony that Fada mentioned. Pirates value safe havens to build new ships. With an anchorage like that, Purig can have the Sea Hounds eating out of his hands. This must be the slave colony that Fada mentioned. Pirates value safe havens to build new ships. With an anchorage like that, Purig can have the Sea Hounds eating out of his hands.
Come now. I couldn't have you dash off to hunt Cruzas before the silver got past the Sea Hounds. My brothers named me their emissary, you see, and we diplomats need to be crafty. So, I need to get this silver safely to harbor. But after that, I shall request permission for my order to fit out a ship and sail to Ostrakan to join your hunt. I'm not saying I owe you anything, mind. But those bastards did try to take our money, and all Cruzas' talk about gold and riches made me think that I wouldn't mind taking one of his ships and having a rummage through his holds. Ha ha ha! I shall see you shortly in Ostrakan then.
I'm waiting for more news. Soon. I'm waiting for more. Good news. Bjolgur's order has given him permission to sail with us.
Greetings! I've got my longship, Corpse Maker, and more of my brothers may yet join us on the journey. We also brought a captured vessel. Agile and light, which mounts a ballista. We call it the Golden Wasp. We've brought up most of the ale in Ostrakan for our voyage, as I think we'll be heading for the sweltering seas of the south.
I've been making some inquiries. Cruzas is well known and respected in the Empire and in Vlandia. He mines sulfur from islands in the Gulf of Charas. No doubt he uses some of Purig's slaves, but I guess the Grand Lords and Ladies don't know that? Or choose not to know?
No, not hard to find at all. On the way there, I hailed some fishermen who chase tuna in the Gulf of Charas, and they say he is known to frequent a string of islands known as Scatrias. They are said to be barren and foul-smelling. I can't think why a merchant would want to anchor there. Were they not the site of the sulfur mines where the captives are sent? So, I say we set out for these islands and hunt for Cruzas.
Wow. This looks nice. Nice.
Did you see that big fiery ball? Not very accurate, I'll warrant. But if one of our ships gets hit by one of those... I've heard Krustas does this. He doesn't try to maneuver or run, but lashes his ships together, building himself a floating fortress. He mounts mangonels on them, and peppers any attackers with flaming pitch. Not a bad tactic, if you've got the time to prepare, and you just want to be left alone. Most attackers will keep their distance, and look for easier prey.
No fortress
If all our
is
ships row in
invulnerable.
together, we'd be presenting enough targets that we're bound to get hit. So let's not do that. Here's another idea. Our captured ship, the Golden Wasp, is fast and maneuverable, and has that ballista. If we make it as light as possible by removing all cargo, and move in our strongest rowers to man the oars, we can dart within range while avoiding that flaming pitch. Then we can use the ballista to take out the mangonels one by one. And when they're all down, the rest of us will... I saw you handle that fire ship at Omor, and I think you're the one to take the helm. I'll come with you, though, to keep my men rowing briskly. Have a good look at Krustas' floating fortress before we attack. It's formidable, but it's not going anywhere. He has no less than 8 ships lashed together. They mount 4 heavy mangonels, big ones. Most ships would tip over from the recoil if they weren't chained to each other. One is on the round ship, which is the fortress's keep, as it were. Another 3 are on cogs. One is to the northwest. The others are to the northeast and southeast. You must steer the Wasp to take out those mangonels. You need direct hits, but don't get too close, as their decks are packed with archers. Also, keep moving. 1 or 2 hits could shatter our timbers or set us alight and make an end of us. We're right behind you, brother. Let's take this vile toad of a merchant down. hit us! We're still afloat, but the next time we might not be so lucky. Don't sit still in the water for too long. The next shot might be the end of us. Get out those sparks, lads! Let's not get hit again. Keep rowing. Make us hard to hit. Let's keep our distance. Their decks are... One mangonel down! Let's keep our distance. Their decks are packed with bowmen. Let's keep our distance. Their decks are packed with bowmen. Let's keep our distance. Their decks are packed with bowmen. Smash that mangonel! Look at it! Like a broken toy! Let's keep our distance. Their decks are packed with bowmen. Let's keep our distance. Their decks are packed with bowmen. You silenced those mangonels. Now let's all move in and board them!
We're right behind you! Row, lads, row!
That was a good fight. You did a fine job taking out those mangonel. Now then, I wish to present you with my old acquaintance, Salautes Cruzas, who gave himself up when the last of his men fell to our swords. He seems very sure of himself for a man of his circumstances, and will no doubt try to bluster his way out of trouble. Cruzas, step forward.
I am Salautus Cruzas. I sail under the protection of the Sea Hounds. If you kill me, it will not go well for you. Yes, I buy slaves. They work my sulfur mines. Sulfur is valuable, and if I did not mine it, another would. Anyway, these islands are part of no kingdom, and I am violating no law. Since when does a pirate like yourself care about such things? So then, I believe I have heard of you. Purix spoke of you. From what I know, I think I can be of use to you. Do we have a bargain? I tell you what I know, and you give me my freedom. So then, when I last spoke to Purig, I saw your sister among his captives and tried to buy her. Not that one, he said. That's my insurance against a pair of avenging furies. I think he grudgingly admired how persistently you pursued him. He told me the whole story. Apparently, you had taken passage with him on some voyage to the north, hoping to find and free your sister from pirates. Then, you stole his ship, or so he said. Realizing that you were a dangerous enemy, he made inquiries among his sea hound allies to find her. Now, he keeps her as a hostage on a ship in his fleet. So, I can tell you how to find Purig, which means you found your sister as well. But if you harm me, it's likely you'll never have such a chance again. So I repeat, do we have a bargain? He told me the whole story. So, I can tell you how to find Purig, which means you found your sister as well. Indeed. So then, Purig has run a bit short of money, and has arranged to sell off some of his captives in the Grandfjord, his hideaway in the north. He will be anchored there for the next several weeks, doing business with his favored buyers. You may be able to get close to him without him suspecting that anything is amiss. He will not sell your sister, though, as I explained.
Were you to be one of these buyers?
Among others, yes.
Good. Then we will take your ship. It has fine lines and expensive fittings, and I have no doubt that Purig, who has an eye for costly things, would recognize it instantly. If Purig is holding your sister as a hostage, then capturing his round ship will be a very delicate affair. If he sees Krusa's ship and believes that we are Krusas, he may be able to allay his suspicions while we sneak aboard and turn things to our advantage. We shall need to think on this. It might even be good to keep Krusas with us to converse with Purig or his crew. Ah, good news, Krusas. You are indeed worth more to us alive than dead. For now.
For now, you say. What, might I ask, is to be my fate?
Well, that's decided then. We should return to Astrakhan to refit and gather our allies, then prepare to sail for Angrenfjord.
Well, here we are, ready to set sail for Angrenfjord and settle accounts with our enemies once and for all. Lahar will sail with us, and Bjolgur and more of his brothers may join us at our destination. We have Krusa's ship, and Krusas too, of course, much as he might not like it, and hopefully the element of surprise. We just need to consider how to turn this best to our advantage. There they are, with your sister as their hostage. A straight-out attack is out of the question. Throughout this voyage, I have been thinking on what we might do to ensure her safety. And I recommend that we try an old Corsair's trick. Do you see that big cluster of ships back there? That's got to be where they're holding the prisoners. That smaller vessel up front, though, that's got to be a picket. and it will stop us before we get too close. Let's approach it, pretending to be a buyer, while Bjolgur and Lahar stay out of sight. Cruces can banter with them a bit as a distraction. You and I, meanwhile, shall dive off the side of our ship, swim around to the stern of the prisoner ship and climb up the side. Then together we can try to find your sister on board. Once we succeed, well, we'll just have to figure it out from there. Do you see that big cluster of ships back there? That's got to be where they're holding the prisoners. Into the water. Let's go while Purig's men are distracted. Swim fast, but keep your distance from any lookouts.
Ahoy! Who approaches?
I am Salautas Cruzas. I seek Purigavagoting.
Very good. Now get to the hold.
Who's there? What's going on? Heavens, mercy, what are you doing here? I'll be silent. What's going on? Can you get me out of here? I understand.
Well done. But your sister is still within, and we need to get her to safety. Cut the lines tying us to the other ship, and let's be away. Us! They're on deck!
They added some animations. Use it as to throwing weapon, that's nice.
God's blood, we can't get past them. They're going to board. Shoot those bastards. Cut them down as they come over the side. Whatever it takes. They've grappled us! They're on deck! They've grappled us!
Okay. Just a second.
They've grappled us! They're on deck! They've grappled us! They're on deck!
Ha! We went through their net like a slippery old eel. Bjolgud and Lahar are right over there. Let's turn the tables on those bastards.
What happened?
Ahoy to you, Gunnar. An exemplary escape.
I was a bit
Is the
scared.
captive safe?
You two snatched their ship right out from under their noses. A fine story to tell my brothers. If we survive this.
Ahoy to you, Bjolgur. And ahoy to you, Lahar. She is indeed safe with us. But now it looks like the whole pack of hounds are coming baying out to meet us. You two brave fellows get on our flanks, and we'll meet them prow to prow. see more of them coming up. No rest for my sword arm today. Rah!
Ahoy to you, Gunnar. An exemplary
Yeah,
escape.
I'm not allowed to
Is the
die.
captive safe?
Sadly, I
You
died
two snatched
just
their
now.
ship right out from under their noses. A fine story to tell my brothers. If we survive this.
Ahoy to you, Bjolgur. And ahoy to you, Lahar. She is indeed safe with us. But now it looks like the whole pack of hounds are coming baying out to meet us. You two brave fellows get on our flanks, and we'll meet them prow to prow. Gods, I see more of them coming up. No rest for my sword arm today. Ah!
dares provoke the hounds in their lair? Is that you, Gunnar? You and your companion? I will fall upon you like an eagle and tear out your livers. I will shatter your ships to splinters. Spill your blood upon the waters. I will send your corpses to the slimy depths. Your skull will be a home for scuttling things, and Moran shall make a toothpick of your shin bone. Do you hear me? You and Gunnar have been slaughtering my allies up and down this coast, and now it comes to this. I was going to forge the Sea Hounds into a weapon of vengeance against the House of Orbjorn. I would have drowned them in their own blood. But the free warriors of the North, to the men who stood against the tyrant, I would have showered them with gold. I would have given them the fame they deserved. We would have ruled the northern seas. But that is all for nothing. Instead, the kings of Norvik, the men that Gunnar and I fought, will have the last laugh. So do you like what you've wrought? Not much honor in having your men just cut me down, is there? Fight me 1-to-1. If I win, I go free, and we never see each other again. If you win, people will remember you as the one who slew the terror of the North.
Heaven's mercy. I had given up hope. I thought I'd die in that dark place, in the power of those cruel men. That awful night, I woke to cries and screaming and smoke. Mother and father... I won't speak of it. Some of those villains grabbed me and threw me over a horse. In the camp I saw our little brother, and my heart sank. But I did not see you, and that gave me hope. They separated us. They took the younger, stronger ones to be marched to the coast. They mocked us, telling us we would be worked until our deaths on some hot island mine or on some frozen shoreline. I told them that you would come after me with an army of warriors and see them all hanged. I did not believe it, though. I just could not bear to have no answer to their taunts. We arrived in Ostrakan. We were smuggled in by night, as the slave trade was banned by the Vlandian king, although many there clearly profited from it. Eventually, Purig came to buy us. He questioned us all closely about our families. At first I thought he was trying to find out whether he could get a ransom for us. But no, he was trying to find someone related to you. Oh, he feared you, and was keeping me to protect himself from you. That made me proud, despite my misery. They threw me in that cell when he found me. And we sailed from port to port. Sometimes I could press my ear to the door, and I could hear Purig discussing his plans to topple the Nord king and build a pirate empire. And I heard your name again and again, as their schemes were foiled and the noose around his neck grew tighter. And then, just a short while ago, I heard your voice at the door of my cell. And I knew heaven had answered my prayers. Heaven bless you, brother. I'm ready to do my part for our family and our future. But I can see our men calling you. Get us to safety and we will speak again.
I hate to interrupt, but we need to move fast. We've got men badly hurt, and our water stocks are low. My lads won't be leaving any loot behind, though. Not after they bled for it. We shall see you in Ostrakan.
Well, your sister is free, thank the gods. You gave Purig a far more honorable death than he deserved. Men will speak well of you. As for the Sea Hounds, I hear they've mostly scattered. It's time for me to return to my home in Vineland. I've settled what I wish to settle. And all this rowing and ramming and climbing and jostling and fighting is hard on my old bones. My men, though, well, some of them have been quite impressed by your leadership. They want to follow you if you'll have them. And as I mentioned, they prefer to sail on our ship, the Wavesteed. So I guess that's yours too, if you'll have it. She'll carry you well, especially in the rough seas of the north. You should come see me in my village, Lagshoven in Vineland. It's not much, not for a warrior like you, who's no doubt seen all the wonders of the Empire and the lands beyond. But we can pass a summer's night on the beach and drink to our deeds. Farewell, my friend.
It's good to be free and back on land. Things have changed so much, though. Men follow you and jump to their feet to obey your orders and speak of your deeds. One moment I'm a slave, and the next I seem to be some sort of noble lady. I need some time to rest. I will seek out our brother. Thank you again. I pray nightly to heaven for your safety.
Okay, the map is a bit bigger now. We completed a tutorial on the sailor mechanics, and I guess that's going to be it for now. We'll continue. Oh, I'm so sorry. We'll continue tomorrow, and we'll see where it will bring us. So, save. Wait, create new save slot. Ilyar. Hmm. Let's check again if we have this save. Yeah, we have. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and follow the channel if you're watching it as a recording as well. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.